babies. Hello. Hi. What you doing? Hey, what you doing? Hanging out in the studio. They're just hanging out in the studio while I'm working. Just got a little studio here now, but look, it's fine. I've got everything I need. I've got some drawers there. I've got lots of underbench storage here. That's that mold I just did. Look at the sides. It's looking really pretty, isn't it? Hello. Yes, you're good girls, aren't you? Yes. A little vacuum chamber. I like this one. I like the way that I can see through it, and it just has a little compressor, so it's really easy to use. It's very fast, so I use that one a lot. And just some colors up there. And that's where I stand and do my video. I've just got the two lights there. Alright, see you when it's time to unmold. G'day guys, welcome back. Welcome to Pouring Your Heart Out. I am going to do this gorgeous mold today. It's my double rock edge mold. Can you see in there? It's all rocky and edgy. So I'm going to use that today. And I thought, instead of doing, you know, pinks and blues and greens and purples like I always do, I'm just going to try for like a black and white. See how we go with that. Monochromatic. So what I thought I would do first is, with my Let's Resin metallic silver powder, I'm going to just dust the edges. Now I haven't put any plastic in the center there because it's just difficult for me to, you know, cut in that sort of shape, but I'll just wipe it afterwards. I think what I'll do is I'll just pour a little bit in here, because you really don't need much. And if you go digging or dabbing your brush in there, it's a bit hard to see like how much you're getting, whereas if you put it here, you can just easily just grab a little bit. That's what I like to do anyway, and then sort of just tap off the rest. And I'm going to go upwards, so hopefully I won't make too much of a mess, as in going downwards. It's going to go all over the center. So that's what I'm going to do, get in all those little nooks and crannies. So I'm going up rather than across, because I think if I go across, I'm just going to make more of a mess. I'm trying to limit the amount of powder I'm going to spray onto the center. And I know I will get some, and I'll just wipe that off. Wow, look how pretty that is. I love metallics. Look at that. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? Yummy. All right. Oh gosh. I never know whether to just do this and let you watch, but then, you know, people get bored. They go, oh, that took you like 2 minutes. Why do we have to stand there or sit there and watch you do that for 2 minutes? So look, I'll do one, and then I'll pause the video while I do the other one. And I thought I would do a 3D bloom with the new resin I've discovered. So if you haven't already seen me using the new, unbelievably easy to do 3D bloom resin, stay tuned, because it is so easy. I kid you not. There's no waiting for the resin to thicken. There's no taking its temperature and second guessing, oh, is it right? Is it ready? Is it not ready? Like, you just pour it, mix it. I put it in my debubbling machine, and away you go. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. All right, so that's the first one done, and I did make a bit of an overflow there. So what I'll do is, and I'll show you how I clean these. I've just got some, they're not baby wipes. These are just like all-purpose cleaning wipes. I don't want to have anything that's got oil in it. So I will just get one of those, spray a bit of isopropyl on it, like so, and then go around the edge. You don't want to use anything harsh on this, like a paper towel that's going to scratch your mold, and it will, and then you'll never get those marks off. So use something that's wet and slippery. It's not going to make any scratch marks on your mold, okay? Clean that off. Look at that. Just go around sort of with my fingernail on the edges there and get as close to the edge as possible. Okay, so now, oops, I missed a bit. So now, I don't know if you can see, but there are droplets of liquid on that. And how do you get that off, you ask? I will tell you. Grab yourself a clean microfiber little cloth. These are just, you know, you can use them for cleaning your eyeglasses. I get them in a big pack like that of, I don't know, 100 or something from eBay. Put that on there. No wiping. Again, we don't want to smudge the mold and leave marks. We're just going to dab, press gently, and there we go. Good as new. I don't know if you can see, but anyway, it's perfect, nice and clean. If you find there's still like another couple of little drops on there, again, just dab, don't wipe, just dab, and then kind of lift it up and look at it in the light. Make sure that you've got all those little droplets off, and it's easy as that. All right, I'm going to do the next one. I'll mix up my resin and then I'll see you for the next stage. Right, that is all done, and I am going to just pop my resin in here. I made about 300 grams, so 10 ounces. I probably got too much. I can't remember how much these these twin rocks take, but I do want to leave a bit of room for my top coat, which I'm just going to do in black. I think that would look really nice. So I'm just going to divide this equally. Actually, that looks pretty good. And then I probably got another 100 grams or so, another 4 ounces to put on the top of each one. You don't have to fill it all the way if you don't want to. If you want to save on a little bit of resin. Oops, dripped. I should just let it dry, shouldn't I? And then peel it off once it's cured. All right, let's get that in there. Like I said, I haven't waited. I poured my resin in. I popped it in the microwave just for 10 seconds because it's still pretty cool at night where I am in Queensland, Australia. Probably won't need to do that for much longer. And the resin just gets really thick. And this is a really thick resin to start with anyway. I'll show you the bottle in a minute as soon as I clean off my stick. So this is my stir stick. I like to use it again because it's got resin on it now, so it doesn't have bubbles coming up. Give that a bit of a torch. It's a good idea when you finish dusting just to blow all the dust out so that, or powder, so that it doesn't sort of fall back in on itself. So that's it there. Let's resin tabletop. That's A. I've already put B away, but they're equal. Although when you get your bottles, feel free to weigh them. You'll find that A is heavier than B. And I just like to weigh my resin. I just find it easier than trying to put it in a cup and, you know, see the line. Is the line right? And am I under the line? Am I on the line? Am I over the line? I just find it easier just to weigh it. Okay, so this is 30 grams in here, so 1 ounce, and I've got 3 little drops of bloom. If you squeeze harder, you'll get big drops, and if you just squeeze a little bit, you'll get a small drop. So I start with the small drops, and if I need to make it a little bit more opaque, I can add a little bit more. I think that's it. You want to be able to see the stick through the white. Okay, so that's that. Oh, I haven't got my little bag ready yet. Gosh. cut the end off that because I don't need all of that. It's just more to have sitting in your palm of your hand. Okay, so that's ready. I will drip my inks in. Actually, I just want to test this. This is the Let's Resin Black. And yeah, that'll do. It's a high concentrated alcohol ink. There's 18 different colors in it. It's high concentrated, so because it's got a higher ratio of color to alcohol, sometimes it doesn't spread as much, but look at this, it's spreading really nicely. We'll do one in the middle and then go around it, remembering that it'll move in from the outside in, so you don't want to go too close to the middle. So that's that one. Alrighty, I'm going to use that, and I'm just going to do a bit of a swirl here just to kind of blend that black so I haven't got blobs. You don't have to, you can if you want to. Okay, so that's that done. Get your alcohol inks in first so they've got time for the alcohol to evaporate and for the ink to stop moving. And also don't use too much ink. I've seen some people use so much ink that the bloom just won't spread. The alcohol or the ink, something must affect it, and it just doesn't spread. So you only need, that was 6, 1 in the middle and 5 around. That was only 6 drops of ink. You don't need a lot. This is starting to warm up a little bit actually, probably because I put it in the microwave. Probably going to have to stop doing that shortly, I think. Methinks. Alright, let's squeeze the end to get the resin to go down, and then we're going to cut over here though. Yeah, 4 or 5 millimeters. If you make a smaller hole you can squeeze, but if you do a bigger hole you can't. Right, I'm going to start in the middle. Now it's up to you how big you want to draw your petals. I'm actually going to do this one in petals, and then I'm going to do the other one in a spiral, just so that you can see the difference. Go right up, remembering that the resin will move from the outside in. Okay, so that's that one done. Push that up again, give it another little swirl. Tuck that in, you don't want that dragging in your resin. Now this one we're just going to do a spiral. So the one where I've done the petals, where you go up and down and up and down, and you're kind of going over the same spot twice. We don't need to do that one there, but anyway, it's done now. Okay, put that away. So this one here, you go up and down, and then you start again and you go up and then down and then up. So this area here, it's had 2. It's had the down and then it's had the up. So this blob has actually had more resin in it, so it can go a little bit blobby. I'm just going to support my hand here. So what I'm going to do is I want to try and just break up these little blobs a bit, if I can. I know that where I've started and stopped, it's going to be a little bit more blobby, could be a bit heavy. So yeah, you can just break them up. I don't want to get black on it though. I'm going to come and give it a swirl in a minute, but not just yet. So that's that one. We've piped the petals. So this one we need to actually draw the petals in. So a bit of a blob there, so we'll smooth that out. And then we're just going to, if you see any blobs, smooth them out. With this one we're going to actually draw out petals in. So we're going to phase of a clock, 12, 3, 6, 9. And I'm not going to pull out, I'm just going to pull in to make petals. So we're going to go in. I'm going to clean it because I don't want the black going on the outside. I like my blooms to have white petals on the outsides. Now here you can decide how many you want to do. I think I'll go in the middle again, and then we'll go either side of that again. So we've got lots of little petals. So it kind of looks like this because this has got lots of little petals. So here again we'll come in, wiping it each time. If you don't mind the black moving to the outside, you can not wipe, but I want to try and keep those petals white. So there you go. Both are going to look really pretty, hopefully, cross fingers. And this one, we're going to start in the middle. We're going to go out, pick up some of those petals, that white, and then come back in again, like so. Now we've kind of twisted everything, so you can, if you want to, just sort of draw your petals back in again, because like I said, we've twisted the whole flower now. So we'll see what that looks like. All right. No. That one can have a, oh, I'm so indecisive. I'm going to get my pipette. Now, if you find, and there was someone on my Facebook group the other day actually saying, why doesn't my center bloom? Now, and sort of what can you do about it? Clean that off. There's two reasons. The resin heats from the center first. It gets hotter in the middle because it's got more resin around it. The outside, you know, it's got air around it. So it gets hotter in the middle. So it can be curing before the outside's curing. And so the outside's still moving because it's nice and soft, but the middle's hotter and thicker, and so it just kind of stays there. So that's probably the reason. Also, if you're having trouble with it closing, do the middle first. Do your piping in the middle first, and as you get to the outside, the resin will push from the outside in and hopefully help close that up. If it's not working, get yourself a little pipette or a syringe. I'm going to just do it in this one. Pop it in the middle and suck some of that resin up, and that'll close it up. And this one, because it was just, probably looks a bit messy, I'm going to do that. Oh gosh, make sure you push the air out over here, not in the middle of your resin piece. Again, suck the middle out. Now this is just going to give us a nice, hopefully nice, sort of a uniform center. Catch the drips, squeeze it out. You can do it a couple of times if you want to. Again, depress the plunger thingy over here, not over your resin. Put it in, suck it out. I usually do 2. I find that 2 works best. My resin is actually getting quite warm, so we'll do this one again, make sure it's going to close. Yeah, I probably didn't need to put it in the microwave. I think we're getting to the stage now where the cold weather's over. No point trying to clean that, just throw it away. It's like 1 cent worth. And then I am going to just do a little swirl in the middle there, like that. I know, I've twisted it again, but that's okay. It'll look pretty. We'll have a swirl in this one and a in that one. All right, so that's it. I'm not going to torch it. I find that sometimes if you torch, the bubbles pop and then you have these little holes or specks or whatever you want to call it. So it's the back. It doesn't matter if there's any bubbles on the top, okay? So just leave it. I'm going to cover this and then probably in about 4 or 5 hours. It doesn't take very long to cure at all. We'll come and put a black background on the top. All right? Okay, see you soon. Right, it is 12:30, so just after midday. These have cured enough. They touch dry. Still bendy, but touch dry. Cures pretty fast, actually, this resin. And I have got another 200 grams. This is just the fast cure resin. I don't have very much of the tabletop resin, so I'm saving it for the blooms. And then I'll just use any resin. Any resin will do, just for the top coat. All right, so I am going to just pop some of this black pigment paste in. This is the Let's Resin one. I'm going to give it a good squirt. In you go. Because we want that to be nice and opaque. And I'll put my timer back on. There we go. I haven't bothered putting this resin in the bubble removing machine. No point really, it's just the background. And look, I don't even think you're going to see much of it at all because we've got the silver edges. The blooms pretty much covered the whole thing. So yeah, I guess the black will just make the white petals stand out a bit, but I don't think you'll see very much, especially on this one. This one you'll probably see a little bit in the middle there, a little bit of the black. You can see how these petals have followed the shape of the rock edge. I probably should have made my petals in a little bit more, because now once you've turned it over, you're not gonna see the edges. It's gonna be cut off. I always do that. I keep saying to myself, I'll do the piping right to the edge or pretty close to the edge, and because the resin will move in, but it didn't really move in all that much. So I must remember to, if I'm going to do like a colored edge, because you don't see the petals through the colored edge, through that silver edge, I must remember to start a little bit further in. Yes, you guys remind me that next time. Oh, there's my timer. Okay, there we go. So that's my 4 minutes of stirring up. Leave that there, and of course I will link Let's Resin's website, their US Amazon store, their UK Amazon store for you down below in the description, as well as coupon code, so you can buy any of these goodies today. Push that out to the edge. Yes, I can have a little bit more. Wasn't exactly sure how much to do. I've been doing resin long enough that I can sort of look at it and go, yeah, they'll take about 100 grams each. So sort of between 3 and 4 ounces for the top coat or background, whatever you want to call it. Push it out to the edges. It's worked out perfectly. Look at that. Wow. A little bit more in this one. Okay. Done skis. Perfect amount. All right, so that is done now. So the only thing I need to do to finish that off is just give it a bit of a squirt with some isopropyl. And it doesn't really matter if there's some bubbles on the back. It is the back, so it doesn't really matter. And yes, that's it. We'll give it another, oh gosh, I hope I can come back and unmold tonight. I've got my son and his wife and the grandbabies. I didn't tell you. My daughter-in-law Tash had a little girl. I know, it's so exciting. She's like 2 months old now. So now they've got a boy and a girl. Oh, so exciting. Very happy for them. So anyway, they're coming over this afternoon. And we're either going to go to the beach across the road there or the park across the road. There's a playground. Oh, we're in the best place. Or we might just have a swim in our little pool. So we might do that. And then we're having some Thai for dinner. So Oh, look, I can come back and unmold after dinner, can't I? They go pretty early because, you know, of the babies. So, all right, see you soon. They're cured. I didn't end up getting back to them after we had dinner because the block was on and I had to stay and watch the block. So it's the next morning. They are cured. Right, let's have a look, hey? Let's get them out. Look at that, comes out nice and easily. The little bit of silver that's still there, you can just wipe it off with a wet wipe. So then your mold looks nice and pretty again. Okay, there we go. And I will link my twin rock edge mold for you. It's a substantial mold. It's nice and thick and heavy. All right. Move that one out of the way for now. Oh, where will we put you? Over here. All right. Are we ready? Oh, it's getting a ring light on it. Oh my gosh. Okay. Hopefully it looks really pretty. Here we go. Oh, look at that. Oh, I love that silver edge. That looks so good. Looks very 3D. And you can see a little bit of black in the middle there. So this was the one, oh gosh, I don't know which one was this now. Was this the one that this might have just been the one that I did the swirls. I won't know until I get that one out. I don't know if I've mixed the two up when I was unmolding. Oh, that looks so good. All right, next one. Okay, here we go. Ah, yes, this was the piping one. Oh, I've got a few bubbles on the surface there. Never mind. Sometimes when I put the resin in, I'll do this, you know, to get those surface bubbles off. But I didn't do it on that one. There you go. Which one do you like? So this one you can still see a little bit of that black in the middle there, and you can obviously see that swirl that I've created. And if you don't like the swirl, then, you know, you can just do, I can't pick it up, you can just do this one, for instance. Which do you prefer? Look at that silver edge. Oh. And if you wanted to, you could put just a little bit of silver glitter in the middle if you don't want to do anything, you know, with the center. That one probably, I could have probably done that one a little bit better. Looks, yeah. But anyway, gives you the two methods of how you can do these, finish them off. But yeah, you let me know which you prefer. There's that rocky edge there. Love it. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this video. If there's anything that you want to see me do or try or go over again, just let me know in the comments below. But let me know which is your favorite. The spiral, pulling the stick through, or piping the petals. All right. Thanks again. I'll see you all real soon for the next video. Okay, take care. Bye for now.